I've gotten some feedback from some users that would like a little tour of the website. So here goes. I'm going to talk fast because the videos get big really quick. When you first get to the website, this is what you'll see. In order to get to very much of the website, you really want to log in. So if you're not a registered user, you go over here to register, you click, you'll get a little form to fill out, including your requested username and your email, and you submit that form and we will send an email to you which you open and click a link, and that will confirm your membership, and then you can come back and log in. So we'll log in. And now we have the choice about checking the little box down here. If you're on a private computer, one that you use all the time and no one else uses, or you're on your laptop or something like that, I would recommend checking that box so you don't have to bother logging in from now on. If you are on a public computer like a library or the laptop or the desktop in the clubhouse, I would not check that box because you don't want the next person that comes onto the internet to be able to get to your account. There's not much they can do bad, but they can mess you up. Then you click login. Okay, so now we're going to go on a quick tour of what's here. You can see in the upper right hand corner is the date. Then there's a little search box. You can either search the web for something or you can search the site. For instance, if you know the name of a boat, like Lattice, but you don't know the skipper's name, if you spell it right, it will come back and give you all the things on the website that have Lattice in it. Well, there's just scanning real quick, you can see Lattice, Jim Gurley, Ranger 33. So if that was the question you had, you've got the answer. So that's what that's good for. We'll go back home here. There's a couple little first of all, this green thing up here, this bar, is the navigation bar. That's the prime way you get around on the website. But before we start going to different parts of the website, let's talk about the home page itself. First of all, you'll see your name if you're logged in right here. If you click on this, this is where you go and you change your email. If you change your email, you need to update your profile, or if you want to manage your password or something like that. If you change your email but don't change it here, someday when you forget your password and you ask to be reminded, we're going to send the reminder to your old email and you'll never get it, which means you'll never get logged back in, and then you'll have to call one of the webmasters and get us to fix it. So try to keep your email up to date so that you can continue to receive club notices and things in a timely manner. Looking elsewhere on the page, you see in the upper left hand corner here is every 10 minutes this is updated with the status from the buoy. That's about 12 miles offshore, and so it's a pretty good reflection of what you'll find if you go offshore. Next link is the video of the week. Usually every Monday I try to post a new video, short 3 to 5 minute video of a sailing footage or maybe something just stupid. But sometimes I forget. Sometimes in the winter it's hard to find good videos, but usually there's something there every Monday morning. Then there's a little place that tells you who else is using the internet right now, how many overall registered users we have, who the last one that actually became a registered user is. And then there's a link down here for the local weather shore forecast. The main part of the page is just sort of headlines. Obviously, this Saturday is our St. Patrick's Day corned beef and cabbage extravaganza, and this is the headline for it. It tells you what you should bring, what time it starts, what else was included. And then usually there's a recap of the previous event. And there may be other things on the front page from time to time. This is a living website and it changes quite often, so if you come back and visit, it's not always exactly the same. One thing that stays where it is down here at the very bottom is the 2000 club schedule. If you click on this link, depending on how your computer's configured, you'll get a PDF file. You may have to open it manually or it may come up in a browser window, but it's a 12-month calendar of the yacht club schedule showing all the race weekends, all the special dates like the banquet and the anniversary and the crab feed. And if you use the little print symbol that's on the Adobe frame, you'll be able to generate an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that you can tape on your refrigerator door. Once you've done that, you'll have no excuse for missing any future club events. Okay, back up to the top of the page where the green bar is, and let's talk about what's there. First of all, home, you just click that to get back to where you started. About Us has some data. It's got a quick little summary of the yacht club, a quick little summary of the port of Brookings Harbor. It talks about what reciprocal privileges are. You know, well, you can click to find out. There's a contact us page. If you want to get a hold of one of the club officers, you can go to that page, and you can either, and there are links that create emails to them without actually telling you their email. There's the club goals, there's the how to become a member, including the downloadable membership application, and then the club bylaws. I should mention that some of these menu items aren't visible to everyone. If you're not a member, you can't see the bylaws, for instance. Similarly, if you're not a registered user, you can't see quite a few things. If we move over to weather, there are 4 entries. There's the marine forecast, which is the NOAA offshore forecast for the zone around Brookings, and you get the weather's. You get a 5-day forecast, including existing conditions. The next link is the conditions at the St. George buoy. It's just like this thing down here, except that it's 24 hours of data, and it has historical data all the way back to when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Below that is tides. If we click on tides, you'll see there's a text summary of the tides for the next 5 days, high tides and low tides, plus there's a graphic display of what the tides are looking like. Similarly, the 4th entry is river flow. There's a plot of the cubic feet per second of the Chetco River going under the bridge. Why is that important? Well, if you go offshore in a little boat with a weak motor and try to come back in through the jaws, and the tide is ebbing and the river is flowing at 10,000 cubic feet per second, you may not make it. You'll be swept out, and you'll have to hang around until the tide turns around or the river flow decreases, which could be several days in some cases. The next item is events calendar. If you go to the events calendar, you'll see a more detailed version of what's on the PDF document that you have on your refrigerator door. You can see this one starts out in March because this is March. It starts out with the 14th highlighted because that's today. You'll see there's a board meeting on the 19th. The 20th, which is our potluck for St. Patrick's Day, is not on here, which means the webmaster made a mistake. He's been dragging his feet. You can go to April, you can go to May, you can go back to today.